Last week on TankGarage, we installed the Elevate rear sway bar and the Mevotech end links on my 2010 Volvo XC70 T6 project. It totally transformed the car and made it handle like this.
This is half throttle right now, and the car is just so planted, it's crazy. We're on winter tires right now, guys, look at this.
This week, we're going to be doing a very subtle but much needed exterior modification. We're going to be installing facelifted T6 badging, as well as installing LED turn signals. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys, welcome back to TankGarage. My name is Frank and I will be the man behind the camera. In today's video, we're going to be upgrading the styling look of the rear end of my 2010 Volvo XC70 T6. Before the video starts, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads from TankGarage. Alrighty guys, so these are actually things that I've been kind of looking forward to do on the XC70 ever since I purchased the vehicle. Never really got around to doing it, nothing too complicated. Like you guys saw in the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be replacing the badging of the pre-facelift T6 XC70 to a now facelifted, bigger and better T6 emblem. And then we also have a company called Oxido, which sent us a pair of LED turn signals for the rear, which we'll throw on at the same time and try to show you guys the difference in between the before and after. Next video about the XC70, guys, might very well be absolutely slammed to the ground, as I'm getting the coilovers this week for the XC70, just waiting for some better weather, which we actually have this week. Beautiful temperatures here in Montreal, and yeah, let's get right into the video. I also wanted to install today the LED license plate lights because everything pretty much on the car now is LED except those and the backup lights and the turn signal. I went ahead, grabbed the parts that I had ordered and realized that I didn't order the right one. I ordered some for the P2 XC70. Probably never ordered the right one because, like you guys remember, before we crashed the P2 XC70, I was kind of planning on doing an R swap with it, and life had a different path, so I took a different path with this build. So what I am actually going to need today, there's going to be some goo gun, goo remover, anything to clean the area once I remove the badging, a plastic scraper, which looks just like that, so I don't actually damage the paint. This is pretty much a plastic razor blade. Pretty cheap, you guys can find them on Amazon or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the T6 badging to start, and I'm just gonna show you guys the difference in between the OEM one and the upgraded facelifted one. So, like you guys can see, the badging is actually really small and tiny. On facelifted models, they came later with this little badging, which is way thicker, nicer overall, and I believe it'll fit better with all of the current badging that's on the car. What I'm wondering to do now, do I remove the Moose and the T6 and just place this in the OEM spot and leave the all-wheel drive alone? Or remove the all-wheel drive, remove the little Moose and the T6, center only the T6, and then later on with 3M tape reinstall the Moose badge. I'm gonna start by removing the old OEM T6 badge and then we'll see what happens. But I'm pretty sure that I will actually need to remove the all-wheel drive badge in order to keep everything looking nice and crisp. Let's get right into work. So we've got the OEM badging off, guys, and I just wanted to show you all for comparison. Look at the difference in size. Just the T. Let me put the T above the facelifted one. Look at that difference. It's literally like twice the size. It's a huge difference, and it'll make the T6 pop off more, which I think is one of the main points of interest of this car, having a 3-liter turbo 6-cylinder sounding the way it does sound now. I think it'll look really good. So now what I've gone to do is remove the T6 badge. I'm gonna go with my plastic scraper right here, and I'm gonna go parallel with the paint, and I'm just going to scrape in upwards motions, very gently. And the plastic scraper is actually made to not to damage the paint. I'm gonna actually go ahead before removing the other side. I've gotten myself some Meguiar's Quick Detailer just because I couldn't find my soapy water, an old rag and a clay bar just to make sure that I clean the area properly. So we're just gonna hit it with a few pumps here, give it ever so slightly, just a little wipe. And now with the clay bar, I'm actually gonna go ahead and clean off that debris. I'm doing with what I have right now, and the fact that the car's dirty, well, kind of happens. Just gonna go ahead and clay bar that area really quickly. I'm gonna go ahead with the plastic scraper now and finish off that scraping. So now with the plastic scraper and the area nice and clean, and with the adhesive actually kind of wet, it goes off really easily. Now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is grab my clay bar and actually clay the area that I'm going to be installing the badge on, just to remove it from all possible contaminants that might get behind the glue part of the badge. Now that we have a little square nice and clean, I can go ahead, grab the badge and see if it'll fit with this. Like I told you guys, my little issue might actually be with the all-wheel drive because it is kind of tiny. See, if I place the T6 badge just like that, it'll look goofy, right? What I would want to do is center it like this, but then the Moose badge would have to go and the all-wheel drive badge would have to go. So what I'm thinking now is, what if I just remove the all-wheel drive badge and add the T6 badge next to the Moose? Would it look weird since it's kind of going on to the side? I don't know. Since the all-wheel drive badge won't be there, you won't have any focal point of reference looking at it. We'll center the T6 badge, install the T6 badge in the middle, and then we'll see if we keep the all-wheel drive or not. I think that's the logical point to do at this point. So T6 badge is on. It actually looks really, really clean like this. I kind of centered it pretty well, I think. The spacing in between the all-wheel drive and the T6, the T branch falls right on top of the A, which is that's the way it is OEM. But I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure if I leave it like this or I think it looks good like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think we keep the Moose and keep, of course, the T6 and the all-wheel drive there, or do we just remove the all-wheel drive altogether? I think with the all-wheel drive remove and the Moose emblem there, I'm just backing off to see how it looks. I think it'll look better. All-wheel drive emblem is removed, and I've just slightly put the Moose back on. I think it looks way better. I honestly think, let me back you guys up a little bit here, and I think it looks centered like this. I think it looks more plain, it's simple. Everything fits well, like you guys can see. The XC70 badging, size fits pretty well with the Volvo. Don't mind me, the car is very dirty, guys. I'm sorry for that. And now the T6, which is now the same size as the XC70. And without the all-wheel drive at the bottom, everything is nice and linear. Everything is, I don't know, I felt like the all-wheel drive down here kind of threw off the way the rear end looks. Final touches for the badge. I've actually went ahead and applied some of the adhesive that came with the T6 badge to the rear of the Moose. The Moose is a little dirty, don't mind the Moose, guys. The Moose might go at some point in the future as well. Trick is to like lightly press it on, and then you can always adjust after. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think we're gonna go ahead and press it down. So now we're gonna move on to the LED turn signals. For the LED turn signal, Oxido was also nice enough to send us the kit right here, which is an LED conversion kit. These are really, really high quality from what I've seen. I have installed quite a few of these, like you guys know, in the past. There is a nice weight to them. I believe they're made in aluminum. I have this little fan right here. It's kind of funny to see. There's like a little fan in the middle that dissipates the heat from the LED, because you guys know LEDs can create quite a lot of heat. And yeah, so it actually kind of, I mean, can't complain. It's a free set of LED turn signals, and mine were kind of due. So to remove them, I'm gonna swap around and show you guys how. To do the turn signals, very, very simple. You have small partitions on each side, just like that. This one is the biggest one, so I'm gonna start with it. They have foam padding for the insulation, and then you're gonna have a little hole at the top right here next to the light module, which will have also a little padding like that. And then you will have access to the turn signal, which is pretty much the biggest bulb in this, and it's probably very, very simple to change. So you just got to twist it out. So turn to the left, the bulb is out just like that. Turn and twist the bulb, and then you can go ahead and install the new one. There's only one way which these go on, so yeah, you can't go wrong, and it's on well secure. And you just want to go ahead, put your head back in and align. You guys will see there's two little tabs right here. You see the tab right here, and then you're gonna have a tab right over here. Put in and twist, and it should do the trick. Hopefully the camera picks this up really good. This is the regular halogen bulb. As you guys can see, when it blinks, you can see pretty much the whole inside of unit of the light. And then on this one, well, yeah, that's really, really bright. Way brighter than the OEM one. And since this is kind of like a security feature on a car, I'd rather them being a little bit brighter than dim and dull, just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, and we're pretty much done for the video, and we'll show you guys the final result.
I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man, I think
So what do you guys think of the small upgrade? Little difference, not much. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and order the all-wheel drive badge, reinstall it. I don't know, kind of like the way it looks now, but I think with the all-wheel drive badge, it'll just look OEM, just a stock Volvo wagon that's gonna be slammed to the ground, making around 400 horsepower. Next up, coilovers install. We're gonna do a bunch of other handling upgrades, probably gonna upgrade the front end links. I'll see if I can get a sway bar for the front as well. Really liked what it did in the rear. I'm gonna try to find an R-Design strut tower bar. Really like the way it looks on my girlfriend's V60. Little teaser for you guys that stayed all the way to the end of what's to come on the channel. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads from TankGarage. See you, boys.